Well, hello, everyone. Sorry for the late start because I lost the track of time because it's my fault because the ladies were here early. I wasn't. I was too busy reading a book. Yes, I read a book or rereading a book. So sorry about that. So my fault. Right now, it's gonna be a fun, salty time, or us to annoy people or the blindies in the community. They're either gonna be salty or amused by us or have fun comments that we are gonna hopefully answer without sass. So I have Vika here
Vika Vika, hello, hello.
and Joker Alice from the Mad Hatter's Tea Party.
Hello!
Mhm. So yes, and real quick, I'll check the chat. Hey, in darkness as usual. Yep. Oh, well, it's in darkness for now. They will probably hop in later because, like, yeah, I
Hello
usually
in darkness, and yes, it is Toast Hero.
no, it's not. No, it's not. You guys are not gonna let this down, huh?
No, never.
Okay, fair enough.
Eventually you'll find something to mess with us, but until then,
I probably won't. I know that for sure. Maybe, but oh well. Oh well. Yeah, because like, well, this is just like the fun. If you read the title, yeah, Blindy Bs. So we're not gonna rag about like the sighted community. No, we're gonna rag about the blind community and what we experienced, or mostly them too. I haven't experienced much, but I noticed much, and there are some things that do annoy me too. Because like this all started because like I noticed like I think mostly on Blind Talk and a little bit of YouTube. They're like, oh yeah, we should all support each other, help each other, and support each other. And I kept hearing that, and I kept seeing it and heard it. But then it's mostly just they're talking the talk, but not walking the walk. They say it, but then they don't mean it.
Aww, thank you in darkness. Those emojis are so cute.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thoughts, ladies?
I don't know where to start.
Yeah, there's a lot to say.
Well then, just
Yeah.
just pick something from the hat, and then like we will go. Because I already threw out the softball shot already. So there you go. So all y'all going, oh, we shall help each other and blah 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 blah. BS bullshit. I said it.
Well, we can start with that. Because I have a bit of issue with that, but it's not completely. It's more of what I've seen, and it's that yes, we're constantly like, oh, we have to help each other and support each other and be there for one another, because like the sighted community doesn't support us, and the sighted community is never going to support us at the end of the day. They don't care about us, about us. And although I kind of have to agree when some people say that, I get a little bit iffy because
my issue is saying it, but then not doing it.
Exactly. But see, my issue is when I do see it happening, of like us receiving the support, but they don't want to acknowledge it. Like I've brought up a couple of times to some people where I'm like, you're telling me you're not getting support from the sighted world, but I'm sorry, I'm constantly seeing it. So I don't know what you mean. And then unless you completely agree with them, because I don't know why you can't have different opinions, they don't want to support you. In fact, they will turn it into drama and act like 5-year-olds instead of their actual ages.
Well, yeah,
So,
because like that and like then like they don't really go into detail what kind of help. They said just help.
Exactly. And it also like the whole of like, oh, your channel has to be about blindness. Where I'm like, no, because blindness does not define me. And I'm gonna be honest. Most days I can't come up with topics about blindness, to be honest.
Okay, for that topic, there's only so much that you can do until like because like this is more of from a creator standpoint, us because like we're all like creators here.
Yeah.
Some of us, like I know a few people can, we've seen it, can use the whole blindness or whatever term that like you want to call yourself. Yeah, like
exactly.
But then there's a point where like you can only go so far.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I took a little bit of inspiration from Vika after hearing her talk about that somebody told her to do like a photo album, and then she thought of the video. I took a little bit of inspiration of that she said, but more to like show the family members that are constantly asking me questions of like, just go watch that video. That'll show you how I do this or do that.
Hey, Audrey.
Yeah, that was I think I was it was either one of Carrie's videos or it was one of Molly Burt's videos I commented on. And I said something and that someone replied to me saying, well, since you can't see, how about making like videos instead of taking photos, like a video memory book? And then I turned that into my YouTube.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, because like I think you did tell me like either one of them. I just don't remember too.
But I have to agree, talking about like trying to make topics for like blind talk or like blind in general is just like it's so repetitive, so it gets boring so fast.
Closer to the mic. We didn't hear you.
Okay, hold up.
Okay, there you are. A few seconds later.
Yeah, give it.
Hey, Squidward, how are you? How's the
Hello.
clarinet? How's a bad clarinet playing?
And Darkness is offering if they don't like what we have to say to using his
wrench.
Yeah,
because like
thank you. Yeah, and Darkness, I'll go to you next time I'm in trouble.
Yeah, because like he has moderator powers.
Hi, Audrey. It's so good to see you.
Oh, hey, here's Josh.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's up?
You want to invite him in for like fun conversation?
If he wants to come, he can be in here.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Josh. You want to pop
Josh,
in
let
here?
us know. You wanna
pop in here for like a little bit and rant
with us on the madness of
like the blind community?
Blindies.
Yeah. So let me get Vika back in here because I know she pinged. Pinned. Yeah. Oh, StreamYard. Come on.
StreamYard. Why you gotta be a pain in the ass?
Oh. There you go.
Yeah. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we can hear you. Yep, we can hear you.
I forgot what I was going to say anyway, so continue.
He can't. He's traveling.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's fine. Maybe some other time.
Yeah. Yeah. So what were you saying, Vika?
Oh, I said that I forgot what I was saying. So
Oh, wait, you were saying that it's hard to come up with the
Ideas.
blind topics or the ideas.
oh
Hmm.
yeah, you get so drained so fast when you're trying to come up with ideas for like just blind talk or blind just videos in general because it's
Because
so
like
repetitive and it's so like everyone has already done it. And then it's
yeah,
like when you turn around, it's like you get the idea and then someone already has done it. And like you said
well, someone
earlier,
else or a dozen other people with the same topic.
Exactly.
exactly, or someone like Joker said, you can have the same video idea, but you can go more in depth
Hmm.
or have a different opinion. And then out of nowhere, because you didn't agree with the more popular person's
Hmm.
opinion, everyone goes down your throat.
Hmm.
Yep.
Like this one topic that I think like both of you have always seen the same video. How I use my iPhone or phone in general.
I avoid things like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I only looked it up, and it was more how to use voiceover because I wanted to see like compared to TalkBack when I was looking into getting an iPhone,
Man, I
and because I
yeah.
I ran into an issue in the oh my god, back in the days when I used to use a little app called Amino. Ugh. Um, and somebody tried to help me with crediting artists because they get so picky about that over there.
Hmm.
And I had to tell them I'm blind. I can't see what you're telling me to look for in the picture. And the response was, "Oh, if you're blind, how do you make a post?"
Okay.
And I lost a couple of brain cells. So instead of typing a reply, I just went, "Okay, YouTube, how do I use an iPhone?"
Hmm.
And out of a billion of YouTubers, I just grabbed a random one, and I was like, "Okay, this is good enough." There we go.
The funny thing was, I was about like to do the like same thing too, except use like Vika knows this because like use the typical Asian accent, like combine it like with like the blind like
I
aspect of
should.
it.
Well, you're giving me ideas. If I ever do one, which is probably not just gonna be like with voiceover, because I feel that there's a million of like how do I use the phone, but there's not a lot of how a low vision uses it. I feel
Huh.
there's been more of like how with a screen reader, but I don't really see a lot of if I still have a bit of sight or
Hmm.
I'm just low vision, how I can use it.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
Doctor says how to videos are popular, and he goes, oh, and how to eat a Carolina Reaper and use a phone.
yeah, no, but like probably go with like a very heavy like Spanish accent. Just be like, "Hello guys, Joker here."
No, yeah, I was gonna do the same thing with the Asian too. Go, what's up, everybody? Okay, it's the blind. Okay, how are you my phone with the voice thing? Okay, how do the press the button little thing? Look here, look, press the button
No,
here. Go turn it on.
I could just be
What
like,
the hell?
"Hola amigos, Joker here. Today I am going to." But yeah, it's just like you said, it's just the same.
Dora.
I don't really feel a need. Like again,
Yeah, I know.
unless it's like you're doing it, but you know that you're not really wanting to like reach a large audience. You just want like specific people to watch them.
Because like I was gonna do it, but then I'm like thinking, yeah, it would be funny, but then I'm like, no, I don't want to add to the pot that the pot is already full. But that's just me. I can
Um,
use nunchucks in the dark.
oh yes, he can.
Yeah.
You'd be. I think you'd be surprised what he can do with the nunchucks.
Yeah. Ooh, and I also found the ones that light up blue too. No.
How to speak Australian and eat pepper nunchuck.
Yes. Okay, my Australian sounds like British. A very bad Australian accent. Oh no, it's
Audrey,
don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it if you're doing it that way, because
Trust me.
I've had some issues accessing the comments. So I'm like, I have everything set up on the computer, and that's why I'm talking to and like listening. But I have my earbuds on, and I'm connected to the phone on the YouTube app on the stream, and like that's how I'm reading the comments and be able to see like what you guys are telling us. So don't worry, because there's even been times where I do that for like other streams that I'm watching, because sometimes it's a little bit easier to comment that way.
How to grow currently reared peppers and let's see, how to make $10 million by eating Carolina Reaper peppers.
No, the one that killed me was like how to speak Australian and eating.
Yeah. Unless like you want to hear a bad Australian accent, I would buy another Reaper pepper and do it.
I'm not even gonna try. Like, I don't even know how to make accents, so I'm not even gonna try. I keep telling people I don't even have an accent myself, but people are like, "No, you do," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever you say."
Thank you. There's ones like in Darkness to Light Up. Either I found when I was buying it, the color scheme was like red, green, blue, fuchsia. I don't even know what fuchsia looks like. White and yellow. Oh, but like the nunchucks, Joker. Wait,
hey, Danny.
Did we get sidetracked again?
Kinda. Okay.
Hey, Danny. Hey, guys. Don't forget to check out Danny Marie AUC on Twitch. He's a fun, enjoyable, semi-pro gamer that likes to fall off things and die in fun, amusing, just fun ways.
And then if you don't run into that problem, you may run into which it's not decided people that accuse us of this. It's also our own community. You're not blind enough, or I don't think you really use technology the same way I do, or you're not completely blind because you
or like your verbiage.
What?
Your language, on like to like describe things, True.
What do you mean? Language?
Like how you would describe things too.
I'm not understanding.
Remember, that you told me, how you described it, both ways.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys just saw it here. When things go over my head and I just don't understand. That happens a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
No. Because I think we get that too. Because I can also explain it for a sighted person too, where they understand too. So yeah. Because
oh no, yeah, it's the whole knowing for apps, or just how do you communicate. I think so because we
nice, Audrey.
We were born with the blindness, but it wasn't until like later in childhood or later in adulthood that it awoke. So we had a couple of years where all we had to deal with just the vision impairment, and really not need a lot of just assistive technology like other people that I've talked to.
Vika, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just letting you guys talk.
No, we
We
just
haven't got to the part where I want to talk about.
okay. Then
Well, then throw your
listen, toast.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
no!
We will
Mine
let
is so heavy and deep that you guys already know what I'm gonna say.
I know.
Exactly. So I think we can just like
like
span.
we can push our side stuff out the way and just let you take the floor. So you like real quick. And Darker says, put a picture of a kitty cat in every thumbnail.
Well, I mean, I'm technically. I mean, I had to delete it because it ended up bad. However, I'm technically on that way because that was a tough no from the Simple and Clean thing. Even though it had nothing to do with the song, I was like, should I use the cat? Yes, I will use the cat. I gotta take advantage of the kitty, even though I don't know where he is.
Yeah. So you know what? So we will just hand off the mic to like Vika. So.
Are you guys sure you want me to talk about what I want to talk about?
Well,
do you know us? Like
Yeah, I know you guys.
Like well enough already. Come on.
like I think. Yeah, I mean, we could see. Listen, we could because I'm not the best at organized, so I think like you can go in depth and then we can add. So, because
okay,
trust me, okay. We're not really organized. Like I said before in the beginning, we are cherry picking from the hat. So, up next is your cherry picking and your mic. So you go.
Okay, well, this is gonna come from the. I don't know if this is a big thing where you guys live because I know you're from Florida. I don't know where Joker's from, but my thing is that I'm from Kentucky, and a lot of you guys know that I am Black. So this is not just online. This is like the community here in like a countryside too, where here is dominantly white community of blind people. So even like a lot of white people are like, you can't be blind, you're Black. And it's not just Black people, it's a lot of minorities too. So I have heard people say this to one of my Asian friends who are blind as well, like, how are you blind? Only white people can be blind. And then I see it online too because you guys know about my story on why I kind of quit
coming from an
TikTok.
Asian guy? Really?
Huh?
Coming from an Asian
I mean,
no. I said like one of my friends was Asian also, like you, and a white person told him that he can't be blind because he's not white.
I mean, Vika doesn't that technically by that person's words disqualify all of us because there's no white people in this stream right now.
Yeah, there's none.
It does, and it's just like I see it online too, where it's like you guys know about the story on why I quit TikTok about how it turned into this whole like someone saying like, well, you're lying, you're not blind because you're Black and blah blah. I'm just like, where is all this racism coming from? And it's mostly from our own community. Like, we can't see. We can't see skin tones. How are we like this? You know, like you would think like this is the one community that you wouldn't have to deal with that, but I feel like it's more bigger in the blind community than it is in a lot of other communities.
Exactly. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I don't get it. I mean, hell, I don't even know what my skin tone really is. I mean, I've been told, but at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, because I've been told, because I'm never sure. And for those who may be in the stream that can see or whatever, maybe I do look a bit like white passing or like whatever that term is.
I'm just pale, so because I don't get outside as much.
Well,
so
I don't go out in the sun, and family members have teased me about that. But the reality is, I'm like a mix because I'm Puerto Rican and like that's why I'm like technically from that stupidity, none of us will be blind. But the reality is, we are blind, and anybody can become blind at any point. That's why
Yeah.
I don't understand this racism or sometimes the discrimination that happens in our own community.
Yes.
I don't understand it. Because like I just mostly usually get even like when I was blind. Oh, are you like a Japanese or Chinese? That's what I usually get.
I don't even ask that because I've seen, and that has taught me what can happen if you mistake them. So I just
Oh no, I like it. This is mostly coming because like from like the older crowd, like the older people. Because like okay, when I was going through my first blind class, I was the only young person there, and everyone else was like 60 and up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I think it's because of the area in Florida where I am. It's very like mixed, especially because even more people just keep moving in. So you have white people, you have a bunch of different people from like Latin America, you have Asians, you even have some like Europeans. There's even people from India and Arabians. So I don't know if maybe I would end up in like some other areas by myself, because I think because I mostly go out with family, especially my mom. I don't think people, if they were, willing to like discriminate or something, I don't think they would be like so willing to like do it if I'm like with somebody's decided, or I don't know. Then again, the area I'm in of what I've seen is very, what's the word? They seem to be more understanding because this is a state where a lot of people just come to retire. So a lot of people who are young, they just grow up seeing different things. So they seem to be more like tolerable to learn and understand that like people are different. Young and older people can be disabled.
Well, I'm the one that asked to do it today.
And people come from like many different backgrounds, so that's why I haven't really seen it.
Yeah, because like I grew up well first like in like a California though, then I moved here.
And we was gonna get 4 keys altogether.
I guess it's because I grew up, like I said, in Kentucky, so you already know.
Yeah,
It's not as diverse as everyone would think. Like you living in the city, like Louisville, it's diverse, but like when you go to the school for the blind, it's not very diverse, and people mostly are like I said, not minorities. So when they see a minority, they're like, not only are they shocked on being around a minority, but they're also shocked like, oh, you're blind.
Yeah, that even exists. Yeah,
like
yeah, and I think I mean, I say now because it's only been 8 years since I moved to Florida. Yeah, 8 years.
Well, I moved like back and forth, so.
Yeah, no, I know, but I haven't really like most of my life I was like from birth up until 18 I was in the island. I mean, sometimes we would come to visit Florida for vacation, but most of the time it was to come to the Disney park.
Hey, of course. Hey, like that's the main draw.
So,
is Disney.
Yeah. So I didn't really. I mean, yeah, there's some racism and this discrimination, believe it or not, people towards other like Latin or like Hispanics within Hispanics. Like you'll have Puerto Ricans.
Like
sometimes.
It's the same thing in like the Asian
same thing in the black community too.
Yeah. So I didn't, in terms of race, but I did experience it growing up because of the blindness. Because in mainstream school, like public and private school, again, because you end up being the only or very small of like the children with special needs or disabilities. The other kids just immediately see you differently, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Kids are cruel, so
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're also compassionate and kind individuals, but at the same time, they're cruel.
No,
Oh,
I went to public school too.
same here. Public
So
school
I
too.
know I was the only blind person at my school, so
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, in elementary school, I was one of the. There weren't a lot of us, but I wasn't the only one. There were a few of us that were like visually impaired and like pending, and the teachers knew how to like handle us. And again, at that point, I didn't really need a lot of assistive technology.
like
I just had to make sure I was at the front row, or that they would let me sit on the floor if I had to get even closer. But then it was when I went into private school, I was the only blind kid. And that was rough. But then high school, it was more like there was maybe one or two other kids. But yeah, like, because you don't end up with a lot of blind kids in the school. And again, this is an island, so like, even though it's kind of big, at the same time it's small, so like you kind of see everybody on a daily basis, but at the same time not. So maybe there were other kids, I just probably wasn't like that aware of. I do know that there were some other like special needs kids in the same program as I, and I would interact with them whenever we had to take like certain exams, because they would come and get me. Like, they would be like, okay, come, you need to go to the library to take your exam. Okay, yippee.
Separate,
Yeah, I having to be separate.
Yep. And then or just having like the large print like tests.
Oh yeah, but I think also maybe things would have been different if I were walking around with the cane, because unless people like were my classmates that they had to interact with me 24/7, or my close friends that they saw me, people didn't really knew I was blind unless they like stare at me and they notice that like my eyes are looking everywhere, especially the right eye, like I'm doing right now, where I don't know where I'm supposed to look, so they wander everywhere.
The wandering eye.
Yeah, they wander everywhere. And sometimes my right eye has no central vision, so sometimes getting the eye up and like looking through the peripherals a little bit better. But yeah. But then again, I think being in Kentucky is a little bit harder than being in Florida or
California.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And in the city areas, because I mean, I'm more in the, I don't think it's rural. So I keep forgetting the terms, but I'm more in its beginning of the middle of nowhere, where I have things close by and we can get necessities, but it's not the city. I'm told that the city area, like Orlando, it's more accommodating, and you can either have nice people, or you can experience all that like racism and nastiness, of what I've been told.
Yeah, because like I'm more of in like the city / like a country area sort of thing too.
Yeah. Then again,
are you like on the outskirts, like the suburbs or something like that?
Me?
Yeah.
No, yeah, like more of like the suburbs, because like I live like near like Tampa, so it's like it's a small city.
The reason I ask is because in Louisville, where I live, in the part I live at, it's technically considered Louisville, but we have our own city name. So it's like on the outskirts of Louisville. And although it's like you have places you can walk to and stuff, it's not accessible. Like, there's no sidewalks. There's a lot of land, Yeah.
That's a little bit similar to where I am. We have that same situation where it's Kissimmee, and we're technically a part of Kissimmee, but we are our own city as well. That's why I've been told you can either say the name or Kissimmee. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And we do have sidewalks, but there's some areas that don't have it, and you just end up having
There's
having
no sidewalks where I live.
in the road, and where I
Yeah.
am, there's no really like you can walk to the place. You have to get in the car and then go to even though we have a very close Walmart. Just to get to that, you have to get in the car.
Yeah.
And like it's not really where I live. Like you can use your cane and use cane skills, but you're either on the grass or literally on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one of the things I miss of where I grew up, because where I grew up you could it was more like the city, and you could walk
on sidewalks.
No, not just that. You could walk anywhere. Like the last time we went to visit, my mom was in tears, happy because she missed just being able to like, oh, we don't have milk. Walks out with just like her wallet and a few steps. Went to the store, but then she was like, oh my god, being able to walk, like in tears and everything. So that is one aspect we.
That'd be nice, just like to walk like down the street for like a convenience store. Shoot.
Yeah, dude, that was the life being able. That's why you don't have a car. Yeah, it's fine. Just walk. Plan the bus routes, even though public bus is
There's no bus here where I'm at too.
I
live on the bus.
I've gone on the public bus a couple of times, and they're okay. It's just in Puerto Rico, the waiting area is atrocious. You sometimes end up having to wait an hour or even more just to be able to catch one bus.
Yeah.
And now it's even a little bit worse because like there's not that many drivers.
Yeah, the driver shortage is really bad.
Yeah.
And
like it's mostly Uber or Lyft now.
Yeah, Uber is expensive as hell.
It is.
Yeah. I was on campus the other night. It was like Wednesday night. We were having a showcase rehearsal, and we had a tornado. We had tornadoes, and so after that happened, we were trying to get from one side of campus to the other side of campus, like after everything was cleared, and it was like, oh, going like barely 2 blocks is $30 with Uber, and we were just like, we'll just walk.
Did you just read it?
Yes.
What happened?
The chat. I'm catching up a little bit. I like to, after some time, go see what the chat's up to.
Yeah, like the last comment is Audrey she had a peripheral vision, and that's how she used to pass the like driver's test.
Oh.
Oh no, yeah, I agree. Yeah, because like Uber is expensive, especially here in Florida, where like you don't really have a half an hour drive. It's usually either 45 minutes to an hour drive to somewhere. Especially like somewhere good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audrey. I wasn't even able to do that. I mean, there was talk when I was much younger of like, we'll see. And nobody had really talked to me about being able to drive. That was really more in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But because I got my diagnosis at 15, completely driving went out my window, and I never really thought about it again. That's why I feel weird when I see a lot of people like talking about how driving was one of the hardest things for them to let go, and how all of them want the self-driving cars, and over here being like, I'd
Yes.
rather have somebody drive me. I really don't care about being able to drive.
Because like for me, I knew I couldn't drive. Because like even though like when I turned 16, yeah, you know how usually people get like their permits. Nope, I could never drive even with my. Because like I was still like low vision, but then not enough vision to see the drive.
Say my brother used to like tease, and probably this was maybe a disguised
Mm-hmm.
cursor to like what would happen if I actually got in the wheel of a car. So we used to play
Mario
Grand
Kart.
Theft Auto. And anytime I would play and I would grab the cars, I would end up destroying them because of how wrecked they would end up, to the point that I still have no idea how I managed. But I managed to blow up a car at some point. And I remember because my brother just looked at the screen and he's like, what did, like how? And I'm like, I don't know. And he would make jokes of like, well, I'll die, and we'll die if you ever drive. And those probably maybe that game was probably a in disguise what if cursor of what would happen.
Probably like if we drive, we were more of be doing like some like a GTA stuff.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, my mom and I have
running
talked
people
about
over.
maybe like having like an instructor or somebody in like an open field and
Mhm.
trying it out. Because I did drive a golf cart once, even though because it was at night and I
Mhm.
have no night vision. I just ran into a wall, even though they were kind enough to try and steer me to where I had to turn, but I still
Okay, okay. Now I have actually drove a go kart, and it was around the figure 8 track, and surprisingly, I didn't crash. But here's a funny story too. After my surgery, like my eye surgery, like I think like 6 months later,
Mhm.
my friend he has a fun idea of, hey, dude, I'm gonna teach you how to drive stick shift. Oh yeah, it took me 3 tries to get into second gear. The first time did the whole typical, brake, gas.
Mhm.
So the car kept going back and forth, stalled the car. Second time, almost crashed into the car in front of me until he had to pull the handbrake. Yeah, so it took me three tries just to get it to drive straight and in second gear.
But yeah. Another problem that our community has, it kind of falls into what we had touched earlier about the like when they only say about supporting ourselves, don't really do it.
Yeah, supporting,
It's
stuff,
the jealousy and enviness.
Oh yeah. It's like, why can't you just be happy for the person?
Yeah.
Congratulate them, and just be excited for them.
Exactly. It's just
it's
because
like it's like this is like way back because like like when like Vika started, because like even though I started like way ahead of time, right, Vika, right, and then like when I saw your subs, you know what, I was excited for her. I was like, well, within a couple months she had this much. I'm like, damn. So for me, I was excited for her.
Yeah, and you'll have people who, because they're not having the same success or they're not doing it, they'll they'll throw jab at some of the others, or they'll talk like badly, or they won't.
No, yeah, because that I don't understand why. Yeah, yes, you guys are in the same space to creating content, but then why can't just be like just congratulate, excited for them too, shoot.
Yeah. Or some of the help they have. Like, I understand that the lifestyle some of like the bigger creators have is not the same that we have, but like that doesn't mean that like you should hate them just because they're not portraying what you think should be
Blindness.
the lifestyle blindness, or simply
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
the person representing, or what we think is representing. Because I'm gonna be honest, because I don't understand. A lot of people complain about
Oh,
Molly Berg being
yeah.
the face of blindness.
No, same here. Because like
Not that
I heard that too. Because like I'm like, how is she the face? Because like,
she is not the face of blindness.
Yeah.
The reality is, she, because of the lifestyle she has and the opportunities she has, because even in some videos she has admitted
yeah,
to the
multiple
opportunities
times too.
and getaways she's had.
Yeah, multiple times too.
She is YouTube famous to a point that she has her own managing team that like helps her with manage her social medias and all those things. And she is in the public eye as a celebrity. And so that's when people see things about blindness and think that is the person they say. But she's not the one representing us or the face. It's just
but
just looking
in our
for a
community,
generic like things on how to. She's the one that's going to show up, because the reality is she's the one that Google currently is pushing to the top, and like a lot of
pushing and trending, you know.
Yeah.
But then like in our community, like, because like there are people that like go, oh, she doesn't represent me, but then like they get salty, they're mad.
But I mean, even
also jealousy
too. In all her videos, when she talks about certain things, or she will constantly. It could be at any time. It could be at the beginning, anywhere in the video. She will constantly tell the viewers, I don't represent the blindness community. I am not speaking for all blind people. I am speaking for myself.
No, and yeah, but then even though when she says that, like the blind community also gets salty too. And then I have seen a couple of, let's just say, bashing videos. Even though like they say, oh, this is not a bashing video, but like when I watched them, it was.
Well, they don't.
No, just like there's just one video like yeah, she like the person said, oh, this isn't bashing video, this is what I think, but no, for like it was like at least a 20-25, almost like a 30-minute video. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you know, she had a different lifestyle growing up on what, you know, I've read and what I hear her telling. Her parents were very like helpful and understanding, like wanting to like learn and figure out instead of just like babying her or sheltering her. I also think, which a lot of people need to understand, she's Canadian. And she's even said a couple of times that she grew up in Canada. That's where she's originally from. So I imagine things over there are different.
Yeah, because like what I heard from friends that like their money actually has Braille on it.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too. Which I wish ours had, but we'll just keep folding them if we have any cash on hand.
And I like a nice allergy. And wow.
Let me see.
Drop the clutch. Darkness.
Yeah, I did theater too throughout school, and we didn't. Thankfully, in elementary school, we never really had to read any like scripts, even though probably if I had it like close enough to my face, reading with the glasses, I'd probably be able to manage. But I did it first year of high school, and it was a little bit rough when when they would do certain things, and the teacher would just, you know, be showing, and I would have to ask a classmate like, wait, what are we doing? Because I'm not getting the whole context, so I'm not understanding what they're wanting to. If we did things, most of the time, if I had to get up on stage anytime, because that stage was used for anything in terms of theater or any like activities, because the school also did for English week. They would do karaoke at the end of the week, so they would use that or like the basketball field, I think it was. So people did help me get, because it got really dark in that room when they wanted. So I would have to grab into somebody and be like, can you guys help me make sure I don't fall off of here? Like just center me exactly where I have to be and like let me know. Oh, okay. And then
So I don't fall off a stage.
Oh yeah, that was always fun.
So Vika, like, you have anything like to add about the, about the representation, like, like Wally Berg or like the community stuff too?
It's
The
not
community
just.
stuff?
Well, I was thinking of what you guys were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not really the representation that I was just thinking about. How, like, when you were talking about the bashing videos, right?
Mm-hmm. Trust me,
And
Vika, I think like I think like which one I'm talking about too, huh?
Yes, yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. But what makes me a little upset about those type of videos is that
Mm-hmm.
everyone will get on Molly, right? Like,
Yeah.
they'll like bash Molly. They'll be like, she doesn't represent blindness, or like, like they'll always bash her for something. It rather her not talking about the blindness or talking about the blind. It's just like there's something there that everyone bashes her about. But then we have people like Lucy Edwards, who actually makes videos, like, although she doesn't really say she representing the blind community, but her videos are always saying, how does a blind girl do this? How does a blind girl do that? And everyone eats that stuff up. No one I never seen any bashing videos. I never seen people like getting upset saying the title is misleading. Like, it's amazing how Molly gets bashing, and Molly actually puts that disclaimer in almost every single video.
Yeah.
And Lucy is basically similar. And don't get me wrong, I love Lucy, I love Molly, but it's just misleading.
And
Very
also
misleading.
like to the same thing too, is like, like, I don't know, somehow like I noticed like even mostly on TikTok, maybe a little bit on YouTube, but mostly TikTok, all Blind Talk is doing is just making videos for like that one community, and then like they complain, oh, why aren't sighted people watching? Because y'all are making the same thing.
That too. Or
Because
or if you
like,
make one separate video from the
Yeah.
blindness, like with me, me, like we talk about this all the time, like how a particular person said that they will not watch my dance covers because they can't see what I'm doing, so they'll only stick to the blind. You know who I'm talking about. So I'm just like, what? Like, I'm still blind at the end of the day. You can just enjoy
the music.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand. We try because we know the pain of like not being able to, so we try to, but listen, if you really want to know detail by detail what is going on, do what most of us do. Or I don't know about you, but I personally, because I still enjoy details and things, I will go on Facebook or Twitter, and the close people that I know that have proven to me that they have no problem taking 5 minutes, because that's literally what it takes them, to tell me what is going on in the video, or to tell me what details in the pictures I'm missing, or be my eyes. There's other ways you can get. The creator doesn't have to constantly be killing themselves, because at the end of the day, we're human. And even though, like, say for example, like Vika and I have some side as compared to Toes, there are some things at the end of the day we both are still going to miss, and we're not going to see, especially if we're like that tired at the end of the day. We're like, the stress and strain of the day is wearing on us, and it's just going to make the vision we have left even worse.
Like
Thank you.
That, and also trying to describe what you're doing is not even easy too.
I mean, look.
No, it's not.
Look at our stream the other day when it was you and me, Toes, and I have the vision, but you can see that I'm having a hard time trying to describe what I'm eating.
Yeah. Like we were literally we were just playing.
Yeah, we were like, you know what?
We were literally playing. What can we grab next to eat? What flavor?
Exactly, and that's where I try to explain people. This is my life. Yeah, I can see some things and I can tell, but the reality is, I can't see. So when I do things where I have to, I just go like, well, I hope this is what it's supposed to be. That's why even in the videos where I'm showing, I'll be like, wait, am I showing the right area? Okay, no, it's upside down. Or like if I don't notice, somebody in the comments will tell me, oh yeah, by the way, that thing was like the other way.
Or
and
like,
I'd be like,
there was
or like me trying to describe a nunchuck like technique. It's not easy.
Do you remember that comment I was talking about, that one TikTok video where so I don't know about you guys, but for me sometimes when and I understand that a lot of blind people love the video descriptions on top of videos, but to me it's very distracting.
But that one guy, right?
Yeah.
So okay,
TikTok of someone making they were having a video of their new guide dog, and they were showing how they went to the
bathroom for like the dog.
The bathroom, and he was talking actually in the video, so it was really distracting that on top of him talking in the video, he had one of those video descriptions on top of it. So it's like, I understand audio descriptions is good, but that's a really good example on when you need to do it right, because it's too distracting, because you want to know what he's saying.
You know, it's like, just do it yourself instead of having like the description, because like, okay, describing things is another skill set that is not easy to learn.
Exactly. And I feel because I haven't on YouTube, I haven't seen a lot of like on top, except for people themselves on some of the things I watch. And there's been moments where I do like the way that like Molly makes them whenever she describes. When it's not when she's talking, it's more like when she's putting B-rolls or like there's something really fast going on, and she'll have the editor describing it. Because I'm like, okay, I'm getting the feedback of things that normally I would do. The rest of the time, I'm like, she's talking, she's telling us what she's doing. Yeah, it may not be like complete detail.
No, Danny, it's fine.
But that's where I'm saying, like, it's done right. This dude had like talking on top of that's really distracting.
No, it is, because like I watched that same video too, you know. Just like just make a straight like video, you know. Just describe like the best you can, but in like the blind creator side, you just have some blindies that don't want to put the effort into like doing, you know, or at least trying to describe.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, because like the more you try to describe, the more you're gonna get better at, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then like you have ones that are just so lazy, you know.
And there's no shame with asking others to help you. And then I'm telling you, it's coming from somebody who constantly asks for help, because I am in between, guys.
Same here.
I see a little. I can't see a lot. I can't see in the dark. I have something that comes close to color blindness, but it's not color blindness. So it makes seeing colors even harder than just with like vision impairment. So there's times where when I want to describe pictures, I have to go ask and measure for areas, because there's been times where I look in a picture and I'm thinking, okay, background's probably white. There's a few colors, and I go and ask somebody, and all of a sudden they tell me, yeah, you have everything right except the background. The background has a bunch of colors. Ah, shit. Okay. What are the colors? And that's what. There's no shame. the worst that can happen is they're gonna tell you no. And at that point, you just go ask somebody else.
Yes.
Or again, you can call me my eyes. I've done that when the people online are busy. Okay,
You know, like calling Be My Eyes is interesting because like they get so excited because like they're like, oh
yes, they
They
get
get the
really
help.
excited.
Dude,
Dude,
I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
I had a guy from England last year on Christmas to help me describe my presents. He was really excited. He even told me at the end that it was his first call, so he was very happy that he got to help me. I was like, oh,
Aww.
yeah. I was like, you're welcome.
yeah, because like I got a few times too, but like people are like, oh yeah, like this is my first time, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And that's why you feel shame of like, oh, what if they know me? You can just have a transaction where like most of the time I don't really say my name. I just say like, hello.
No.
I at least a little bit polite, like, hello, how are you? Can you help me with this? And they help you, and then you're done with the transaction, and you can go on your day.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I do have to go soon.
No, yeah, it's fine.
But-
It's fine.
Okay.
I do want to bring up one thing before I leave.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is-
You have the floor.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
Okay, and that one thing is, I know we have hard times getting accessibility on sites, but I do get a little peed off that every time we finally get accessibility on specific sites, or like sites start to acknowledge us to start getting the ball rolling with accessibility, the blind community runs to a different app and starts using a new app with no accessibility and then complain about it. And I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
what is going on here? Do you guys
Yeah.
just like to run to different apps and complain? Like,
Yeah, like
you know what I'm talking
okay.
about?
No, yeah. Okay, this one annoys me too because like okay, they complain about it, but then like they don't do it in a constructive way. It's irritating. They complain. Okay, I'm just gonna use TikTok. TikTok now is not really that much accessible now for a blind person because I know.
Yeah, it's not, and it got worse.
Yeah, it got worse now, and then I would like one of my videos when I used to make content on there. I just casually just told TikTok the main things that I want done. Like, okay, just can you please label this and label the stuff in like the create part. That's all I want them to do.
Yeah.
Just label. Just like I seen other people on that platform really complain and just not in a constructive way.
Yeah. And if you say you've already submitted feedback and you're concerned that you're gonna come off as rude or whiny and you're not sure, but you have to ask about whatever needs fixing. Maybe when you're sending a feedback, thank them at first on what you noticed that they fix. Because that's what I've done. If it's an app that I'm paying for or that I'm constantly using, if I notice, usually they respond better when you thank them for something that they fixed, because you're giving them that feedback, you're letting them know that this works, and then later on you can tell them what you notice that got broken for them to fix. Similar to, say, if you come across, I don't know, somebody on social media or even like in fan fiction with pictures. If you give them the feedback that what you're doing is great and you love it but then you tell them, hey, I'm having this issues, this thing that I can't really, they are more willing to listen to you and put in practice what you're asking them to use rather than if you just complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like some of them just don't even like they complain, but then like they don't even know what they want fixed, but they complain anyways.
Yeah. That's why I was like, let me bring this up before I gotta go, because
that's good.
No,
I hadn't thought of that.
No, same here.
Yeah. But I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
problem.
Yeah. Come back anytime.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, anything else? Anything
I
else?
didn't know See, I didn't know that was a big issue.
No, it
Then
is.
again,
It's
I'm the type that as soon as an app gets fixed, I am very happy and I will stick with the app.
no, same here. No, just like no. Well, like I will only complain the apps that I use. If I don't use it much, then I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, that's why even though I
Yeah.
acknowledge, like for example, I acknowledge all of the issues that people keep telling me that Snapchat has because I don't use it. I've never used it, and I'm
So,
never
well, okay.
gonna use it.
I had it for a bit just to test it out. I was like, you know what? Because like I had it for like say a month. I was like, you know what? I'm not using this. Delete it. I'm done. Whatever.
See, none of my. This is what I tell people. Like as I was growing up, social media was kinda being born or like becoming like more prominent. Like I was a pre-teenager when the only things we had was like MySpace.
Ouch.
And like
I got
and like Facebook. I think Facebook, yeah, I was getting into those like preteen stuff. And I think before that, I know Skype was already a thing, but before that, people just used blogs as like to communicate. So I kind of know certain things, and I remember I would only send feedback on things that I would use, but I never got into Snapchat because none of my friends had Snapchat because we never saw.
Well, because like Snapchat for a while was a trend, and then Facebook, then Snapchat, then Twitter for a little bit, and then Instagram now, and then now it's TikTok.
Yeah, now there's just a TikTok. I don't know. I guess we never really like saw because we were like, well, if we want to send pictures, we already have Facebook. Why do we want to go to Snapchat? And I mean,
yeah. Well, that and also like for TikTok too. The funny thing is, I just checked my thing. Oh, I am approved for a 10-minute video. I just gotta record it and then upload it. Like, okay, truthfully, if I was gonna record a 10-minute video, why would I bother putting it on TikTok when I can put it on my YouTube channel?
I don't know. I still don't understand TikTok.
Nah, trust me, you know.
Yeah.
Look at the Blindy community there. Trust me.
Yeah, guys, called me old, even though I'm not that old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only in my mid-20s. I still don't. Shut up, Toes. I still don't No, I'm not that old. I'm not that old.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand.
Yeah, she's old.
I'm not that old. Shut up, you. But yeah, I just don't get it, and it's that if the way of sending feedback is like to scream and kick and complain, and it's one of the reasons why
like this like to scream and kick for like the blind community is like on social media, but then just complain about it, then like have the developers just be annoyed and they go, F this, I ain't helping you guys out then.
Yeah, like I said, it's having that like, and even explaining, because a lot of the times these companies don't know what these softwares that we use are that we are telling them. And I know because of the many times I had to submit feedback to the damn Funimation app.
I know.
Yes, Toes knows that wild ride because he was the guy I was complaining to.
Complaining that, and like we had a fun long discussion too at the same time too.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had the discussion to that. But yeah, they don't even know. So like you have to try and find ways to like show them and tell them, and you'll learn how to deal with them not caring or like bring it to attention. But if you're patient enough, you'll have a company that even though they may not fix it right away, they'll appreciate you bringing things to your attention. Like I never thought Discord would thank me for bringing bugs to their attention, but they did.
Yeah. I got you. Like it's most of our fears too. You know, having our camera accidentally on. You know. Oh yeah, Alagaji says like she has a fear. You know, like she has a camera on like while she's dressing. You know. I like it getting dressed. So yeah.
What's a clutch?
Oh, a clutch is where like you shift the gears for the car.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it's a gear shifter. Yeah, so you're way behind. Huh. Hey, well, I guess we have a good, fun, not rant. Oh well, whatever. It's a rant, whatever this is called.
Yeah, I understand, Audrey. My family was iffy. I had a very supporting mom and a supporting brother, but it depends. Some family members are kind of iffy, and I mean, yeah, I would tell people, but it's not like I was constantly telling everybody. And then unless, like some people have told me, unless they had to interact with me daily and really see how I do things.
Man, I like now, like even like my family members like have like good jokes too. They go, "Can't you see that?" I go, "No, really? Can't see that? No." They joke with me too. So yeah, it's like, why'd you bump into that? Can't you see that? No, it just got in my way. Like we all don't like side tables, end tables. Those pesky chairs.
What the?
Wait, what?
That was fucking weird.
What happened?
My screen went all black and I couldn't hear you.
What?
I don't know what just happened.
Internet?
Yeah, I mean you can hear me, right?
Yeah. I just heard you.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Because my screen went all black and then I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Is it working? Well, I can hear you now.
Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working now. Okay. But yeah, like I said, unless they like saw me, because I had this friend. We met each other in person at the MegaCon, which is one of Florida's many anime conventions. And
real quick, Joker, like, would you want Josh in? Because he said, "Oh, hey guys."
Yeah, get him in here.
Yeah, sure, Josh. I got time. So, let me send you the link, okay?
Yeah. So I met him at the MegaCon, and we just, I had my mom help me like find him because he was telling me how he was stressed, and then I would tell my mom because she was the one really on the lookout, and here I am pretending that I'm on the lookout for the guy. And like towards the end, when at some point we're talking, we had a good time, and like later on in like the group, because he's like, "Yeah, guys, I met Alex in person. This was fun." Then he goes and tells me like, "But oh my god, I know you told us you're blind, but I did not realize how blind you were until I saw you today." And that's why unless they have to interact with us, they don't realize. Let me see. I've never watched Lucy's content. I may give her a try just to see.
Okay, Josh. I just sent you the link. What happened? What?
What Danny commented.
Oh, so like you are behind then, huh?
Audrey, don't worry about it. We all try, but I don't consistently post all the time. I'll have some times where I'm not able to.
I barely post on a Twitter. I just mostly reply to you guys and like you guys' stuff. That's all I do. And sometimes I retweet you guys' stuff too.
Oh wow! Apparently your mod banned somebody.
What? Wait, who? Wait, what? Where?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. It's one of the comments before. It says, "In darkness, Susie." Susie Rashiski has been banned from chat.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, your mod's doing a good job.
Hey. Well, he has the wrench for a purpose.
Wait, what?
Oh, Susie. Oh, okay. What happened?
Okay, now I get it.
What happened?
Go read the chat. That she didn't really. Sorry, because it was in darkness. He didn't really ban anyone. Go read the chat.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, he was joking. He's joking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. High pitching chainsaw snore. That's cool, to be honest.
Yeah, go over it.
Oh, I mean, Danny, you're a really hard worker, busybody. So it's fine if you fell asleep. You can.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
fine.
play
It's fine,
later.
Danny.
Okay. I mean, I agree with the whole like in fear of the camera. It's been now that I've been showing my face, and it's more because back on the 11th of March, I twisted my foot, so I haven't really been able to like get on a chair that I use as a stool to grab the plushies, so like the dolls I have that I use as a face.
Your hair needs to be to be brushed like a little bit more too.
What?
Your hair needs to be brushed a little bit more.
I don't brush this hair when it's dry. This is its natural state. Like, let me bring it. This is its natural state because I have what is called
Wait, what? Uh-oh. She blanked out.
Computer, why do you hate me?
You said something about hair.
Yeah, so this is how my hair naturally. I can't really brush it. Otherwise it's going to get even worse because it's gonna open up and like sprout and like get all, because it's kind of currently the best time to brush it is when I washed it, which we did that yesterday. And sometimes I will pass my fingers through it, but that also opens it, so I just let it be. I have just learned to like start wearing hats so I don't get too self-conscious, and also I don't have shades right now because they broke a long time ago, and they help with if I'm feeling too overwhelmed with the light. But yeah, I mean, I can't really brush this. It'll just get worse. I've learned over the years to just love it and just deal with it. When I was younger, I would ask or straighten it a lot of the times because I hated it, and I wanted. You know what, Toes? You can tease me for this. I wanted Asian straight hair when I was a teenager.
Wait, Asian straight hair.
Yes, I specifically wanted Japanese, like Asian straight hair.
That was probably like mostly like the typical thing for Asians, because like it's like mostly long straight hair.
Yeah, long straight hair. It's always really like straight like hair, and that's what I wanted as a teenager. But sadly, that is not my hair.
Alright, curly hair is nice too.
It is, and my hair is beautiful. It's just it has its days, and it doesn't have its days. Plus, I think it's spring. Humidity doesn't help my hair either, even though there's not a lot here. But so yeah.
Good.
But what I was getting into. So like,
Danny says good moose is like her best friend.
Oh yeah, there are some hair products that I sometimes use. I keep forgetting what they are, but I do have some that my mom sometimes help me like spread around the hair, and when we go out, it helps. Um, Sometimes I just wash it, or like I get it wet and then I brush it, and that just helps the curls just get all natural. Um, but what I was saying, like Audrey, so yeah, so that's one of the reasons I've been like getting kind of comfortable of showing the face here and there, but at the same time, you don't have to show yourself. Like if you just wanna do things that you don't have to, you can also do that, because I've been grabbing examples of some sighted YouTubers that I like watching, where some show their face sometimes, hide it, or some that don't, and I'm just bouncing ideas. But right now it's mostly because my foot is still healing and I can't get up to get the dolls.
But so far, you're getting a good reaction, though.
Yeah, people are liking it, and it's getting me a little bit confidence. Again, I may have like a mix.
Danny says that you could just cut it off, like all off, like she did. Yeah, like Danny cut her hair. I think like 2.
Oh yeah, that's true. She cut her hair. Yeah, I have to be careful when I do that, because I cut it really short once when I was a teenager, and because it's curly, wavy, does whatever it wants. My hair doesn't agree when I cut it too short, unless I have like the keratin like thing that helps straighten it. But it is really long already, and I am itching on at least cutting it. And we still have that like color shampoo, so I maybe next month I'll tell my mom to help me wash it again, so I can have red hair again.
Huh? Everyone's going for like red hair. Almost everyone. But
listen.
Everyone I know, like.
Well, it is because I did different shades of brown throughout my whole like teenage of like wanting to dye my hair. I even did ones which the stylist ruined it. But if anybody has ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I wanted to do what the protagonist has of like two-tone different hair colors in like the top and the bottom of the hair. And it was supposed to be orange, a little bit of orange on the top, and then down brown. They got the colors wrong, so I had orange on the bottom, brown.
Orange.
I was not satisfied. But I've done that, and see, my male best friend that we've known each other since we were like 11/12. When we were in high school, he once told me when I started dyeing my hair, "You would look great as a redhead." And I'm thinking, no, redhead doesn't look good on me. That's not. Years later, when I finally decided to give it a try, which my mom tells me, "Oh, you look good as a ginger." The stylist tells me, "Yeah, I think you look good on you. I mean, have you seen your mom?" And then she goes like, "Usually, when a guy tells you these things, you listen to them. Because they're never right about these things." And he wanted to kill me when I show him the pictures, and I mean the way we did it looked cool because it was red with those like reddish yellow highlights. Now I don't know, people kept complimenting me that I looked cool as a redhead, so I wanna.
Okay. Oh yeah, because like I know a couple people that has that.
I mean, and it's because we still have that shampoo that I bought. Maybe next time I'll just go with light brunette and then like blue highlights, because I've been wanting to do it for the longest time. I want blue highlights with split another color.
Justin, oh yeah, that was I think you watched it too on Danny's channel, right? Like where like she did dye her hair too.
Oh yeah, I watched that. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
You know what's funny? Okay, back then when I actually had hair, I actually wanted like, to dye my hair up like either blue or green. Yeah. But then I think, what?
I can't believe it's gone, Danny. All that hair.
I know, but she's gonna donate it. Where's
Yeah, that
Josh?
is true. Yeah, you do have to cut it into nice layers. Yeah, that's why I
Oh.
I go to the beauty salon whenever we have to do it. So it's been a long while since I last went.
Where's okay? Well, I don't think Josh. I don't think Josh is gonna be.
Kinda like that, Audrey. But no, it was more like I got inspired by an anime character because it looked cool, and sometimes
wasn't,
that's where I
Alexis,
get
right?
where I get my ideas for like hair dye.
It wasn't Alexis, right?
No, it was the protagonist, Jaden. He's the one that has the little orange on top and then brunette.
Oh.
Yeah, it was him. No, Alexis, she's just blonde. It's more like a dirty blonde, I
Mhm.
believe is what her color is. But
Mhm.
it goes more into like a blonde,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember.
Right. It takes a brave guy and like a nice facial structure to pull off orange. Okay.
Yeah, it's what
Orange?
they did. I mean, it looked good. I had a lot of compliments. The school never had a problem with it. I think. I don't remember. But yeah, who knows? I may try it again in the future. But what I want to do right now is I really want to do the blue highlights. But because we still have that huge
Red dye.
shampoo thing to like help, and the red's gone out of my hair, but I can still get it with the shampoo. That's why I'm like, until I finish that, I'm like, that's how I'll do it if I want to try it again.
So you could be like Shaka no Shana.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe you know what that anime is.
I watched that anime. Mhm.
I mean, I still need to finish the third season.
What? Like, is that surprising that I actually watch Shaka no Shana?
Listen. Sometimes I watch obscure anime or like those that not a lot of people watch, so I get surprised when people know them.
Hey, I watch Claymore. Okay.
Oh, I tried getting into that one. I couldn't.
Well, I finished it, and then I watched Nobaru no something whatever one I can't remember.
Baru.
Yeah, something whatever one that I'm bastardizing the name. I know.
I don't know.
It's about like the one harem where like this guy only can manage like he only has throughout his life low magic, and he only has 7 times that like.
Yeah, I know that one.
That kind of a trippy one. I'm like going, okay, I get it, but then why am I watching this? The next episode. Oh, okay. This is why I'm watching this because it's.
I know
entertaining.
why. I know why I watch things like that. It's because I want to know with who the protagonist is gonna end up with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what's funny? Bantering about the blind community, then random stuff, and then now anime.
Yeah, I mean, because I thought Josh was gonna come in.
He just pinged in.
Oh, okay. Because we could go back into it with him. It's just that's what I was waiting.
Yeah.
That's why I let ourselves go into a rant.
Okay, yeah. So
of distraction.
Hey guys, here is Josh.
Hello.
What's up?
Yep, and now he's gonna put in his 2 cents. So we're gonna hand him off the mic. So there you go, and the floor.
What are we even talking about?
We're talking about BS in the blindness community with blind people themselves and racism and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so
Oh,
like, so,
yeah.
so just pick a random topic from the hat, and you get to go off on it. So we will sit here and just go smile and and nod.
You know the hablando de eso, the one thing
Yeah.
that I hate about like our community, because my thing is there are some really cool people in this community. All right, that's not to overshadow like what they do or whatever, but there's always going to be those people that are just like, oh, like, you know what? There was this one time, I'm never gonna forget this, where one of my friends, one of my closest friends actually, and this happens in the albinism community too, where one of my friends was like, you know, she was telling me about the time that like the rest of the people in the community were telling her basically that she didn't have albinism because she had a little bit of pigmentation, and it kind of that kind of thing happens a lot where we tend to gatekeep a condition. Like,
It's like
there are people out there that'll go, oh, you're not blind enough for this, you're not this, you're not that, and I'm like, who are you to make, like,
it's like the comment Bika mentioned earlier. She was telling us because of where she is that they told her that like people who are from minorities can't be, you know, blind, and even like somebody told her, like told a friend that I was Asian, and I had, you know, had to joke about it. I had to be like, well, I mean, because technically by that person's words, none of us are blind, I guess.
Yeah, that's like saying nobody. That's like saying nobody can be stupid, and it's true. Like, people can be stupid and ignorant and just really just off base with a whole bunch of things they're gonna say. Like I get, like, still today, when I'm 36 years old, still today, like, people are just like, oh, they'll look at me and they're like, well, you're not Puerto Rican. Who the fuck? Like seriously, like, who the hell are you? Like, oh, I'm Puerto Rican enough. No, I'm being
just listen to him for like a few minutes, and even though he has that New York accent, just pay close attention to that bottled anger and whenever the Spanish comes out, and even how he says some things. He's not Puerto Rican. especially
like,
that
so like,
anger,
you're 36?
I admit,
I'm 36.
Oh wow,
I
I'm
love
actually like a 2 years older than you. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm the baby in here right now.
No, guys, she's old.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm only 26.
Made me feel old.
Yes.
She's over here aging like fine wine over here. I'm over here aging like milk.
I'm just aging like a typical Asian.
Yeah, but that's because you put spicy stuff in things that you're not supposed to put in.
Exactly.
No, I just usually go, when Asians look young, we look young, but then when we look old, we look old.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought Josh was a little bit younger.
I know, right?
I guess I'm younger at heart. I don't know.
Well, I thought maybe like late 20s, early 30s. I didn't think you were already like mid 30s.
I mean, I'll take that as a compliment.
No,
take that as a compliment.
No, like, same here. I thought like you were more of like, you know, in like your early 30s.
Yeah. Like I will take that as a compliment and run with it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Because like guys need to hear that too.
Oh no, I completely agree. Yeah, that's what.
Too.
Yeah, take it. But no, like, that whole you're not blind, or they stare at
Andre
you.
Says
you know, they stare at you for like I don't know how long, and then you are like just I love this one time. Like I was at the doctor's, and because that day, I don't know why, like everybody at the doctor just happens to be like Latinos or majority. So like there's these ladies gossiping with each other, like always. And all of a sudden I hear this one older lady.
I'm sorry to cut you off. You know, it's stereotypical. There's always gonna you go to the doctor's office, and it's so stereotypical. There's always gonna be the chismosas in the doctor's office, like the
Yes.
gossipers.
But it's so funny because they're talking to each other, and then they like stop and they go, because I'm talking to, and they go like, oh, you have some vision problems, right? Because like, there's something wrong with your right eye, and I'm there smiling. I'm trying not to be rude, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to smack her because I'm like, yeah, I did not just come in a few minutes ago being helped by a nurse with my cane. Sure, I didn't get up 5 minutes after that to go get water with the cane in my hand.
But even then, like, don't talk to us like we're like, like we're trying to sound out every sentence. Like, I'm bruto no soy.
No,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
But it's just the way. But I'm like, but you're deciding what you're supposed to be seeing and observing. Did you not see me walk in with the cane?
Yeah.
Can you not tell that? Like, yeah, I'm looking in the direction that you are, but I'm making no eye contact with you whatsoever.
I don't get it.
Dude, I don't either.
Audrey off the comments just now. All I can think is that Josh can lead us to a good slice of Sicilian pie. You have no idea.
Josh, Audrey says that the only thing that she can think of is you leading us all to a nice Sicilian pie.
Didn't I just say that?
Yes, you did. No, but so here's the thing. I try to bottle it up, but I also have this boiling rage, anger inside of me, and sometimes it just comes out. And when there's another Puerto Rican, you can't really hide it. It's just gonna come out.
Yeah, because we were on a, like, I'm willing to bet that all three of us wear our emotions on our sleeves. You, me, and Toes, we all wear our emotions on our sleeves. And you know what I think? I think to a certain degree, like the people in the community kind of they capitalize on that. Like they will see just like how we react to certain things, and then they'll react on it, and they'll just be like, oh, this is what makes this person tick, which is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Really. And it's like, not only do we have to, like, as content providers, do we have to deal with the people that we know are going to be ignorant, that we know are going to cause trouble, that we know are going to make like derogatory comments, but we also have to deal with it from our own community. And that's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling. Like, when
then also like cult culture aspect, because I have seen, and this kind of ticks me a little bit off, but I tend to just stay quiet and not. But it rubs me the wrong way whenever I see people complaining about how, oh, I don't like it when people hold the door for me as if I can't open the door myself, or I don't like it when they do this and this, and I'm like,
really?
They're being polite.
They just be polite.
Different thing. That's a whole different thing though. Like people that don't like having the door held and everything. Esos son la mala crianza de ellos mismos. Like, that's like the nitpickiness and the disrespect of like individual people, because we live in a society where everybody, for some weird reason or another, has to be some sort of independent from everybody. It has to be that way. And
meanwhile, like we would maybe not a beating, but like a reprimand if like we see some like pregnant lady and we don't do it. It's like your mom's gonna look at you the wrong way, like muchacha, how dare you? They didn't do that to like the poor old lady or like the poor woman.
Exactly. But then the one thing that I absolutely hate, and this transcends even the blind community, this transcends every community, it drives me up a freaking wall, is the fact that respect there are people out there that are automatically, they think they're entitled to a certain respect, and I don't operate that way.
Yeah, because like
Oh, no.
respect, because like respect is earned,
Respect goes-
not given.
And respect goes both ways.
Mhm.
Just like
Exactly.
I'm respecting you, I also demand some respect.
Like
Yeah.
when I first joined with when I first joined this show with Toes and everybody and you and everybody here, like I didn't come in all, you know, papi shampoo and, you know, I know what I'm doing. Like I came in humble because I knew whose platform this was. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to disrespect you. I didn't want to disrespect Toes. I didn't want to, yo no quería faltarle respeto a nadie. You know what I mean? So like, and yes, in case anyone's wondering, yes, I do come with SAP. I didn't want to.
I think I'm going to keep having tech issues throughout this.
How come?
I'm sorry, Josh.
Oh.
No,
I just had to mention
like
it. Dude, I don't know why. After some time, my computer goes dark and I can't hear you, but then it comes back.
Oh boy.
So that's what I'm saying. I'll probably keep having tech issues. So yeah.
No, yeah, because like we're almost gonna be done. Because like I don't want this stream to be like too long.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Yeah, you gotta be humble when you come in, or just be willing to.
I agree, because like if I'm on like someone's stream, I'm there like, you know, like to help their stream, you know, like to help them, you know, not to help me.
Exactly. I remember when I first came in, I was also like kind of humble, admitting like, okay, I have no idea, because this was not my show. I was asked to help with the anime stuff, and I mean, I was like, well, okay, my opportunity is to talk about anime, but yeah, I'll help. I'll
you know, and let's be honest, like compared to you and Toes and Vika and everybody else that comes on this show, yo no sé ni un carajo de anime. Like I don't know shit about anime compared to you guys.
Yeah, but trust me, okay, just hang out with us enough. Soon you be like, no, not that one. No,
I mean,
like
there's
one more.
some.
Like,
I mean, there's some stuff that I do. Like I know more than just Food Wars, obviously. But in a mismo sentido, like in the same token, it's like when Christina was showing me like the first anime I ever saw was Mob Psycho 100. That was what turned me onto it, and I was like, you know what, I like this because it's a mix of like Mob reminded me of like a younger and slightly more zen Walter Mercado.
A what?
So Walter Mercado, I'm gonna have to explain this, but I don't want to make this too
then just give me like the cliff notes.
So cliff notes, Walter Mercado was like, he was like the ¿cómo se puede decir? Like he was like the astrology person on like every Spanish television channel you could think of.
Oh, that's how. Oh, okay.
Him. Then you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
So, and that's how that's like he was. To me, like I interpreted Mob Psycho 100 as like the origins of like Walter Mercado. And it's like ever since then I got hooked on it. I got hooked on that. I got hooked on One Punch Man. I got hooked on My Hero Academia, and I got hooked on Food Wars.
Yes. Oh, God.
Pero en comparación con ustedes, yo no sé ni un carajo de anime. Like I don't know shit about you guys.
I mean, I tell people
I'm still learning.
But if you're like starting, and that's why I sometimes like agree with Christina of like, okay, let's make sure like we don't scar him, but we pick some good ones, because Listen, I've been watching
Man,
anime since I was
compared to like a Joker and Christina, if they let it up to me, I would discard you already, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
I know. You
Because
didn't
we
describe me
see,
before when you were talking about cheesecake.
Yeah.
that is
No.
true.
No.
I've been watching anime since like eight or nine, I'd say. So I
Same
have a
for me
history,
too,
and I know some of the stuff.
like more
So
like
that's
10 for
why.
me.
Yeah, I mean, well, I didn't know what anime was until
No,
like,
just I was like,
somebody
ooh,
looked
what's
at
this?
something.
This looks cool.
No, somebody just goes like, "Do you like anime? What's that?" And they just change it to, "Do you like Pokemon?" They just started mentioning, and I'm like, "Yes, okay, that's anime." But yeah, that's why when Christina was talking about like getting into Full Metal and she's trying her points, I'm like, yeah, she has a point. Like, let's just make sure because we really don't want to like have to make you go through a lot of like something that happens in that show.
Yeah,
and really like the only one that I really kind of rage quit was Promise Neverland.
I did
the same thing. I watched until episode 6 because I was giving it a chance because everybody was talking about it when it aired, and it finally got a dub. So I was like, okay, let me watch this. And my nephew was already born when this anime came, so that just made things worse for me. And I'm watching these like and like Christina said of like her, that lady of like looking at her turtle like that could be that was going through my head as I'm trying to watch this, and I watched all those kids. I'm like, no, and that's why I was like, no, I can't do this.
Well, I'm more of the opposite. Like, even though like was it like Demon Slayer was popular, then like The Promised Neverland, I never watched them. I watched them I watched Demon Slayer like way later when a bunch of people actually I watched it when like the movie came out.
Oh damn.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm like way later than But
see, it's funny because
Christina and Joker.
Yeah, no, but that's funny because that series, because see, I mean, they're doing a lot with the anime, but the manga, the manga's done, and people are saying how it's funny that while the manga was ongoing, it wasn't as popular. Like the series didn't get as popular as it is now until like the anime came out.
Yeah. But no, Josh, but the thing is, like with you bring like a new eyes to our anime discussion because like
I mean I think we can also get into like other topics because it doesn't always have to be about anime.
Yeah, because like with us 3 or 4, because like we get excited when there's someone new to anime, and then like it's like it's like their fresh like experience, their fresh like their own like opinions about it,
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, now I have an excuse to like if a few Spanish words slip here and there, I have an excuse to not watch so much if they come out.
Right, it's fine. Hey, it's fine with me. You guys.
Well, I know it's fine. It's just sometimes I get because like, what if it translates now? No, I just have the perfect excuse. It's like, well, Josh is here, and they're just gonna come out, especially when we're explaining things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess when it comes to, I don't know, it's just, I wish that as a community, we actually supported each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. You're gonna have the people that will support you and will come together, but there's more of that jealousy and enviness that I've been seeing a lot, and just because they're not seeing the same success, or you don't share the same opinion in the same way, they get clouded with that jealousy, and they don't even want to discuss or like try and understand, or even like hear the advice, or like they're also and help us,
or like also like they're fake happy for you.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Like, and this happened to me specifically I before I even so much as made my way into podcasting, I was the like I built up an internet radio station altogether. And what happened was, I had people that I went to bring aboard, right? And so I brought on some people that I really trusted, and ultimately I wanted to just share this sort of project with a whole bunch of people that I knew, that I trusted, or whatever. You know what I mean? And it lasted for a couple. What de qué te ríes? It lasted
No
for
comentario. The comments.
What happened?
The chat. Somebody saying that there's a solar panel somewhere. There was somebody talking about how they confused the astrology guy with the painting.
I like it. That was Audrey. Remember for like the PBS channel? Yeah. Yeah, like the PBS channel had, like the guy that was on like every day just painting.
Yeah, Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross. Bob Ross. He always found the good in everything, and when he couldn't find the good in everything, he would still paint it, and he would still. It's like it's okay to express those sort of bad feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, lately I've been, and I guess is when I want that, like, relax from like the visuals. Lately, I've been getting in a lot of just listening podcasts. So if I find, I mean, I did get into the one with you and Danny, and I'll just.
Yeah, I know. I've been missing it, so it's why like I like for now I'm like distracted with like Uncle Nigel Ng's podcast, the Hayap podcast. So, yes.
I just listen to a lot of Reddit podcasts because hearing all those entitled people or like all those fun shenanigans.
Yeah.
Oh, like so. What was like the thing about like the radio, Josh?
So when it came to the radio station, like the majority of what we did was just we talked about like news, current events, and we made light of things. And what happened later on was that was that there was a lot of that whole fake or we're happy for you type of whatever that you mentioned. And like one of the people that I was with who went ahead later on and started their own outfit, there was this big hubbub that he invented, and he tried to say that people that were associated with me at the time were talking all sorts of mess behind his back about his wife, about whatever, and it wasn't true. It just wasn't true. And he made like a whole bunch of threats about, I'm gonna sue for defamation of character, yada yada yada. That never came to fruition because nobody talked about anything. He didn't have any documentation or whatever. But I went ahead and I decided to find a lawyer anyway. And when I told him I found a lawyer, I was like, well, yeah, I went ahead and I called Kings County Bar Association, and I was like, I want to talk to somebody because this one person is like, saying, defamation of character or whatever, slander and all sorts of mess. There's no documentation. And I went ahead and just in case, I went ahead and I got an attorney, and I was like, I need to speak to someone or whatever. I told the guy, said partner who shall remain nameless, that I had retained an attorney. I was like, oh, listen, we didn't have to go that far. I'm like, no, we definitely had to, because you went ahead and you decided, that it was more than okay to impugn my character, and that it was more than okay to, talk all sorts of mess and make all these sort of subliminal, like underhanded comments or whatever. But then when I decide I don't want anything to do with it, and that I don't want anything to do with your friendship, and that I don't want anything to do with any sort of help you want to lend my way, or I don't want any sort of relationship with you, period, and that I'm taking what you're saying seriously, now all of a sudden it's a problem. That's one thing I cannot stand. It's like people, like, especially in this community, especially in the blindness community, that will play the victim when things do not go their way.
Yep.
I can't stand that. I can't stand that. Like, it drives me up a wall.
No, I feel it. It's mind blowing, and I just don't. Especially when you see like people in their 20s, 30s, even 40s doing it and acting this way. It just makes me like, what? Why are you acting like a 5-year-old?
Yeah, why? Oh, and Audrey, thank you for that. Oh, she says she likes hearing anime from us.
Yeah, I did read that, and that they use some of the Spanish to add to their vocabulary, so that's cool. And okay, it makes me feel less.
You'll hear that a lot from us.
Don't worry. It'll be
yes, you will.
It will be a regular thing. Okay, guys. So don't worry.
And a New York accent.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I will not be surprised if the curse words is the first thing that they learn.
Well, I'd like to cut you guys short for a little bit. Well, it's gonna this stream is 2 hours, and I know this could get over like to 3 hours or more. Is so I'm gonna have to end this fun conversation, because it is hitting to more than 2 hours, but there will be more fun talks like this later on too, after I have the other stuff done too, like besides more anime, mukbangs, food talks, whatever.
Yes, there'll be more of the shenanigans.
I
think.
Yep. And don't worry, you will see more of Josh too, so there you go.
Yeah, he's breaking in the training wheels.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know what it is, and I'm gonna be fully honest here. The whole the video thing kind of freaks me out, because I've never done video ever. Ever.
No, Josh, I feel you, because I wasn't really I wasn't really showing myself. I did pictures, and I have these plushy doll things of the characters, and that was my face. But
so it's just mostly showing gray.
But I can't really get up to reach them right now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sort of getting used to the video, because
don't worry. Once you do it a couple times, you're gonna be used to it.
I just don't like showing myself because I'm ugly.
You are not.
No, you're not.
You are not ugly. Don't say that.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah. So, Joker, let's start with you. Anything you want to plug?
Follow me everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram as Joker Alice. Make sure that in Instagram you put the _ before Joker and after Alice. If you want to read my fanfic, you can find it in Archive Around as Joker _ Alice, or Wattpad as Joker _ Alice 2.
Huh. The 2.
Somebody took my name. I had to add the 2.
Okay. Fair enough. Yes. And Josh?
Let's see. What do I have to plug? You know what? I do have one thing that I want to plug. So I do work with a up and coming streaming media company called Storymore. We are right now the sole. Well, I'm not going to say the sole, but we are one of the up and coming outfits for radio dramas and voice acting and a whole bunch of other things. And we are primarily gearing ourselves toward the blind and visually impaired community. I am one of the voice actors on that, and yeah. So we're working to get our word out there. We do have an app. We do have some content already on there. So when you can, go to the story, go to the internet, visit the storymore.com, and we actually have a free service that you can use for a little while and check out some of the content. But we also have plans for like $6.99 a month to participate in the service, get our original content on an app that is accessible to the blind and visually impaired on iPhone, on Android. It's storymore.com.
Nice.
And then for me, as usual, please hit that like button with your toes and hit that subscribe button if you feel like subscribing to me with your other toe. But definitely check out my content first before you hit that subscribe button. And also, I am doing my best to also create content on Twitch. So we Twitch blind_toes. And I finally had my YouTube connected to my Twitch. So now I can put the VODs over on YouTube. So look out for that too, some of my gameplays. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And for everyone here and on YouTube and wherever else, just remember, if you're not trying, you're not learning. Okay, bye.
Bye.